talking about, okay, 7 cups of flour and this shortening and this, and then you need to knead it and do this and stuff with it. And he said they've got these bread machine boxes you can just buy. The stuff's already, the yeast is already mixed. You just add water. So that'd be a lot easier. I presented that to Tom. Said, you know, these boxes would be a lot easier to put in here than
all measured out for you.
One board is going to have to measure everything out for your boxes, so the boxes are all ready for you guys when you get out there. And it might be easier just to put some boxes in here than to measure cups of. And he said that'd be good. So if you wanted to practice something like this, well, buy one of these, get some wood, and use the Dutch oven and practice it. That's what I did last night, and I learned quite a bit.
I mean, where did you buy them?
Just like Albertsons.
Albertsons, Winco, yeah, they're called baking stuff. You know, Albertsons, some of them sell a version, it's a roast. It's usually got, you know, white and dark meat. But they'd be good for practicing.
Billman's.
James, he can bring one for you to give him a couple of days notice.
If you give him notice, he can give you one exactly what we're getting. Billman's, Jamie Billman over there. He can give you the exact one. It was good. I mean, it was really good. I just didn't.
So, are 2 families sharing a box or just
A box.
okay? So,
So it'll be for 2 families.
The box would be for 2 families, about 24 people, and it'll include 1 turkey and about 11 pounds of potatoes, 4 pounds of carrots, 4 onions, bouillon cubes, paper towels, apples. Apples. Yeah.
are we going to get our own butter?
No, it's going to include butter too, and that's one thing last night that we were thinking. Okay, 1 stick of butter because we want to, make it the real experience or something like that. I'm thinking a pound, at least 4. You can put some butter on your rolls. You can put some butter on your potatoes, and you can butter things up a little bit. I'd put more butter in.
But we don't have to make it, or it'll be.
No, they're not going to do the making butter thing. That was their thing, making butter. That's not going to go on. Yes.
On the bread, 1 box to a 12-inch Dutch oven, 1 box to a 14-inch Dutch oven. What are
You
your?
know, I think they're probably going to need 2 boxes for 12 people. So 4
I
boxes.
think we're going to do four boxes because this is supposed to serve 10 people. We made 8 rolls last night in the Dutch oven, and so I think and three would be.
I get 3 of those, and I make a 16-inch pizza when I do it for my camp, and I get a 2-inch thick crust on that pizza with 3 of those.
Okay, so 3 boxes to a 16, 2 to a 14, and 1 to a 12.
So I'd probably, figure 2 14s for your 4 boxes.
I think we'll do 4 boxes so there's enough bread. Yeah.
So you're making rolls, not bread.
You can do whatever you want.
The rolls are gonna cook a little quicker, probably than you did the loaf bread.
No, we did biscuits. We did 8 biscuits in the bottom of the pan. So we preheated the Dutch oven and oiled it a little bit, and then took the biscuits that have been rising for about an hour or so, and put them in there, and then put the lid on and baked them. And it took probably, they were edible after about 25 minutes, and then they didn't overcook. I didn't overcook them or anything. So, but it says 10 to 15 minutes on the box, but in the Dutch oven with the wood it took longer. But you don't want to overdo. You can burn the biscuits pretty easily. Yeah. The foil be for 5. Well,
That's on the list.
you need to bring your foil in, so it depends on which one is easy. You will need to bring a roll of foil. You bring foil. That'd be better. Yeah, the heavy duty would be better. Yeah.
They want heavy duty, they said.
We will.
So you're gonna type it up in the box, like the stuff we're talking now, you're gonna have the instructions in the box for it. And then it sounds to me like, I mean, you said you can't, you said you cut it in half.
Well, I
So,
said you could as an option. It's gonna be safer if you leave it whole, but it's gonna take a little longer to cook, and you'll have to have the deeper Dutch oven.
so you maybe have to make that decision based on how late you get into camp.
Not really.
You never know.
Well, I'll grab Tom and have him come in and talk to you about that, because I specifically said you can't have, we need to get the fire going early and get the turkey on early so we can do them. The alternative alternative to that is cutting them in half, and then you're dealing with raw meat, raw turkey, and things like that. And like
Sanitation.
sanitation.
And
It'd be better to get the turkey in early. And that's probably the biggest thing that I would say that I learned last night. Yeah, you and then.
An idea maybe is to have the support couples get there and just start that before we got there.
Get the fire in the turkey. It's really easy. Just start a fire, get the coals underneath, and put a little bit of water in the bottom of the pan, and some coals on top of the pan. Your turkey's going. Then you can relax. Just keep the heat on the turkey the whole time. Keep it good and hot the whole time. The vegetables are really bomb. Put a little water in the bottom. You're not going to. The bread is just fine. You have 4 boxes. You make a mistake with one.
that's the beauty of Dutch ovens. Fix it and forget it. If you make it, put the heat on, and you go do something. Make it back in 2 hours.
You can't really start it too early, but you can start it too late. If there's people that aren't here, they might end up starting too late. We'll need to get the word out. You've got to start your turkey early. That's the biggest thing I learned from last night. Yes?
What about seasoning the Dutch oven, or should we line them with tin foil? Is there new, how do you season a Dutch oven?
You know, season them, that's,
Yeah, I'll grab one.
it's an easy thing to do. You know, if you buy one that's raw and anymore, the majority of them, probably 90% of them are coming pre-seasoned now. I know Lodge does all theirs, Camp Chef does all theirs. Tech Sport's probably the only one that's not doing them. And if you're buying Tech Sport, really look at your Dutch oven and make sure you're getting a good quality one, because a lot of the lids don't seat up and things that way on them. But the seasoned one, even if you got one that's got some rust in it or whatever, you know, take it and scrub it down, soapy water, rinse it out, put it in an oven at like 200 degrees, just 20 minutes to dry it out, make sure there's no moisture left on the Dutch oven. Then take some Crisco, or I would use some of the spray on. I wouldn't use Pam, it's got a lot of alcohol in it. But get a good spray on oil that's got a lot of oil in it, not water. And Crisco works the best. Take a paper towel, just smear a nice, even, light coating of shortening inside and out. You can do it, it works best probably in your barbecue grill outside, because it will smoke things up for several hours. I've done them in the house. I used to do that quite a bit. Upset my wife a lot. Come home and all the windows and doors are open, smell like we had the firemen over. But barbecue grill works great. You want to get it as hot as you can get it. So you want around 800 degrees to turn that oil to carbon, which is this black patina that they call it. And so it takes probably at least 2 hours in that high temperature to get it where it's turning that black. I usually bake them for about 4 hours. And then I just go over and turn the oven off and leave them in their door closed and let them cool slowly. If you cool them too quick, they'll crack on you. Never put water in a hot Dutch oven when they pull off the fire. You gotta be careful even when you set them if it's cool ground. The legs go down, they'll snap off. Just that cold shock of the cast iron. But that's how you season a Dutch oven or re-season one. Like I say, just scrub it down, get the rust and whatnot off it. Wipe it down, with a good coat of oil. And then after you've baked it and seasoned it and it's cool but it's still warm, go and rub a light coat of oil on it again and let it sit. And that cast iron will continue to absorb that oil into the pores in the middle. And then after it's totally cooled off, take a towel, clean dry towel, and just wipe the excess oil off. Leave a little film on it, so that they don't rust again or whatever, if you're storing them. A lot of people will fold some paper towel and put in there so you got a little barrier so that your oil doesn't go rancid. Peanut oil usually works best for non-rancid over long periods of time. But yeah, if you're buying a fresh green Dutch oven that hasn't been seasoned, or a cast iron skillet, definitely you'll want to season it, or I'd say everything will stick to it. It'll be pretty miserable.
Do you ever use those liners for cooking?
I did a deal for Leisure Time. I did a Christmas party for them here in December, and that was the first time that I'd used them. And they came out okay. I've lined a few Dutch ovens with foil before, like cobblers and things that way. On a smaller one, you can get away with it. But on these bigger Dutch ovens, you can't get a piece of foil wide enough to not have a seam in it. And it never fails, the juices of your fruit and that on a cobbler. It always seeps down underneath the foil. So you get that layer in between. And it ends up just cooking on there. It's like shellac on the bottom of your Dutch oven. It's a real bear to get off. And then you got flecks of foil stuck in it too. And I did cobbler last night. I just bare boned it and went with the straight Dutch oven and put a little water in it. You don't knock it out. But I've used the liners. They're great for applications like that.